Good morning everyone, it is Thursday morning and today's video we are going to be finishing off the preparations for silage, hoping to get mowing tomorrow. We had planned to do some mowing today, Thursday, but we kind of put that on hold because with the kind of weather we're having at the minute, we don't want the grass to be too dry because most of the choppers, JF included, don't like the grass when it gets too dry. It's nearly like hay when it's going through the machine, and it's harder to drive and harder on the machine. So we're going to cut it tomorrow afternoon, lift it then on Saturday morning. Maybe if we get it done early enough tomorrow afternoon, we might lift 2 or 3 loads just to make sure the chopper's okay, make sure everything's all right with it. But we can see on that. Yeah, what have we been doing? Well, last night got the covers up here in the silage pit. We got the wall up along this side now, has a sheet on it. Same over the far side here. Well, sheet here is actually blown up. It's quite windy at the minute. Sheet is just blown up over the wall, but that's not a big issue. What we'll do is first load of grass when it comes in, we'll tip it here centre on the pit, centre of the silage pit, and we can just take a couple of half scoopfuls and just place it then along the side just to hold the sheet in place along the side as well. And yeah, the wind then will not be an issue for it. But yeah, so we're well enough on this morning. First thing, I washed the silage trailer here, so we give it a hose down, so it's more or less ready to go. We'll check the lights on it just when we get it hooked on tomorrow evening, but lights and all that were okay. Yeah, so that's that end of it done. You seen the other day, mower is ready to go. I'm going to go up now, have the silage halves are kind of hooked on, so we'll pull it out of the shed and we'll hose her down and we'll grease it. So we'll do that first. Before then we do a wee bit of washing then on the tractors as well. A few fine wee things to get ready, but so let's get going with the harvester first. So, machine is all washed, within reason. A little bit of stuff here still on the auger, but not that awfully worried about that. I dropped the chute down just to kind of give it a wee bit of a sponge, because it wasn't really sponged last year. As soon as I dropped it down, I noticed this here. This knife here has lost almost half of its cutting capabilities. Yeah, so it must have hit a stone or something at some point last year in the second cut and ended up in the grass. So we'll have to change that in a few minutes, but I'll grind first and we'll get greasing on the machine itself. Fairly simple, straightforward machine, the JF. Either side of the PTO shaft here. Same here, a small shaft here, so grease both sides of that. And then basically there is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 rollers or rotors in here, and there's 4 greasing points on each side where they run. So that's the main greasing points on it is those. And then there's also a couple then in here too. So we'll fly around and just get them greased now and have it more or less ready on that front. And then we'll get changing on the blade then after that. So we're nearly there. We've only a few bits now left to do. You seen we started off with the knives, the broken knife that was there. We got it sorted out and replaced. We then also sharpened all the blades. That's everything in there is now done. I then, once we had that done, I started at the front end of the PTO shaft, greased right the whole way down, and in here onto the covers. That's all sorted. There's probably about 8 or 9 grease nipples in there altogether that you have to grease. So that's all done and dusted. So it just leaves now. I have a bit of greasing to do on this side. There is 4 grease nipples here. There's also 1 here out on the pickup at the front. So I'm going to get going on that. We'll grease those, and then that's all we can do for the minute. Then later on, or maybe even whenever we hook the harvester on, maybe tomorrow evening, we'll just run it, make sure the pickup tines are okay. We have some spare pickup tines in stock if any of them needs replaced, but I think they're all okay just from memory last year anyway. So we'll run that, check them, make sure there's nothing tipping, nothing rubbing, make sure all's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll also grease the chains just while we're running it. But that's all for tomorrow night. So just grease it up, that's that finished. And then Ben has washed the 6.9. It has gotten a quick hose down just earlier when I was doing the greasing, so it's sorted. We'll then probably wash the 6.4/20. We'll get it sorted, and we'll hook on the other mower, and we'll give it a quick blast down as well. So we've plenty to do this evening now before we get finished. So let's keep at it, see how we get on. So let's get going at this. We get these few grease nipples all sorted. Using the Milwaukee grease gun, we have this a couple of years now. Very good gun. We also have the standard gun as well, because there's a smaller head on this here, and it just sometimes can get in and out, especially it's a wee bit more flexible. It can get in and out to some tight places, but we'll see. We shouldn't just need it today. Now put plenty of grease into that one there because it's the main. It is the main. I see where the next one is. There it is there. Yeah, it's the main drum, so we want to just want to make sure that there's plenty of grease in it. Now, there's the next one. This is on one of the rollers. So that's plenty. There goes the light. So 2 more grease nipples now to be got in here. We'll see now if we can just get them fairly easily. Now this one here now has to come up from down below. This is on another one of the feed rollers. It's just not sitting on it properly. That should be it now. That is that one. And then we have one more. Now lighting just isn't great here, but we should be able to make it do. There's one more here. Now whether this here now could be one of the ones that now there is one more here. We'll see if we can get on to it. Now this is one of the ones where we need the other grease gun. Ah no, it's working okay. So that's the other feed roller. That's the it's just a shiny finish on that feed roller. So that's the top one. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is all those 4 there now done. So that's all them ones, and now we're just into the last one here now on the front. There's one here just on the pickup. So seeing as we're more or less out of grease with this gun, we'll use the old-fashioned pump one. So that is that there now sorted. So that this machine now is fully greased up and completed. We can now move on to another job. So I'm just finished off for the evening now, and darkness is ascending in fairly quick, so I better get this video done before we run out of daylight. 6420 washed, looking the part, come off very well. Tariff mower, the mounted mower has washed up very well too. As I said earlier, we have got it greased, so it's ready to go. The only thing we've left to do with this outfit is just to diesel up the tractor. That's it. So we'll do that in the morning just as we're heading off. The 6.9, as I said, we've seen it, it's washed. Diesel it up, hitch it onto the mower. The mower is parked down the bottom of the yard, washed, ready, greased, everything done. You've seen that in the previous video. So yeah, we'll be going pretty early in the morning, hopefully. Yeah, so that's all that done and dusted. Glad to have that done out of the way. That was a busy day. So get to bed early now tonight and get a good night's sleep is part of the plan. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, the teleporter. So a lot of people ask me the teleporter, what is happening with it? Did we get it finished? Yes, teleporter's done, dusted. It's actually been back together since last week. So my father and Alex, brother-in-law, put it back together. It took about 5 hours roughly, I think, to put it back together, so it wasn't too bad. It's 100%. We actually didn't put that other part that we delayed the whole putting the engine back in for. It never come. There was some delay in it with COVID-19, so we couldn't wait any longer. The part actually came in, was it today, this morning or yesterday? One or the other had come in, so it's there now. We have it, we've bought it. It's going to be sitting on the shelf. If anything ever happens, we have it there. We'll be able to pop the now that we know that it's not a big job to take the engine and transmission out, we can pull it out and just replace it and pop it back in. You get it all done in the one day. It'll be a long day, but you get it all done in the one day. So Tellyboard's back together, ready for action. Ben's going to wash it tomorrow. We have it all greased, it's ready to go as well. So no, we're well on target and ready for action. That's it. I'm going to lock up, get out of here, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be mowing grass.